In this lesson, you will continue to learn how to build a quote. We've already gone over how to add items to a quote and the detail block tools. Now let's look at the tools that you can find in the Workbench menu. The project tree will show you all parent and child documents that are associated with this quote. This particular quote has a rental PO, a crew list, and a document as child elements. Edit Header will allow you to edit the header information of this quote. Copy Selected Lines will allow you to copy more than one line item on the quote. You can find the Paste option by clicking the cogwheel directly above where you want the copied lines to go. You can also delete multiple lines. The Bulk Edit feature allows you to select multiple lines and edit all of them at once. Check the box next to the fields that you want to edit. Then click Save. You can see that each line item that was selected has been edited. You can create a custom subtotal by clicking on Create Subtotal. This is useful when you want to put gear into individual rooms. Make sure you are in Insert mode. Then you can drag items into your new subtotal. You can also combine items into a subtotal. Watch what happens when we add a couple of items outside of an existing subtotal. We'll then select those items, then create a new subtotal. The items were automatically placed into the subtotal. Sometimes, depending on the job or customer, you might manually change some of the item prices. If you want to reset the prices back to normal, you can select the items, then click Reset Price. If you click Reset Price without selecting any items, then it will reset the price of all of the items on the quote. You can use Apply Trading Terms when you have changed the default terms within a contact entry. For example, if we go to the contact entry of the client for this quote, and make the standard discount be 50%, you can see that it doesn't automatically update on the quote. Click Apply Trading Terms, and the terms that you have changed will take effect. If you have a very similar job, then you can copy the entire quote. And you can move the quote into a parent folder. For example, let's move this quote into an existing event folder. You can have many quotes under a single event folder. You can delete the quote by clicking Delete this quote. You can generate a variety of reports for this quote and send the quote directly to the client. An email template will be generated with the client email address that was provided in their contact entry. If you make any changes on this quote, then you can update any logistical documents that are associated with the quote. You can create or enter financial information and refresh the entire quote. Or if you have made availability changes outside of the quote, then you can just refresh the availability. The workflow options will be covered in more detail in a later lesson, but for now, look what happens when we click Confirm Quote. A standard email will be created and sent to your choice of email addresses. Now you can see new workflow options for this quote. Again, workflow options will be covered in greater detail in a later lesson. Finally, you can add a variety of child elements to this quote as needed. If you have any questions about building a quote, please email support@flexrentalsolutions.com.